So your second long answer question is, what were the issues of conflict between the Nawabs of Bengal and the East India Company? So, here is your answer for E2. So the basic issues were the conflict between the Nawabs of Bengal and the company intensified in the first half of the 18th century. Bengal at this time was ruled by Murshid Quli Khan, Sajauddin and Alivardi Khan. They tried to keep the officials of conflict in check. So this was one reason. जब वो check and control करना चाहते थे Britishers को. So that was one issue of conflict between both of them. Alivardi Khan led two conditions which the company had to obey or lose its right to trade in Bengal. This was another thing which led to conflict, that the conditions of Alivardi led to conflicts between the India and the East India Company, or we can say between the Bengal and the East India Company. So these two conditions then we can describe. These conditions were as follows. The officials of the company engaged in private trade shall pay custom duty or privilege of not paying the duty will be withdrawn altogether. The company shall not extend its fortifications. Yes, till here this is more than enough. So these were the major factors, and one more factor which is there in your book also, that when in 1717 the company obtained the right to have free trade without paying custom duty. So at that time only company got the right, not the private traders, but these officials also stopped paying duty on their private trade, resulting in enormous loss of revenue to Bengal. You can also add this point, that even that in 1717 only the company obtained the right to custom duty, that is without paying custom duty, but in fact the private traders also stopped paying taxes and the custom duty, because of which the Bengal had a loss of revenue. So this was another issue the Nawabs did not like, and then they made these certain conditions for the East India Company.